What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Negative Degree Podcast, where we take the phrase stay positive and all that other bullshit and we punch it in the face. I'm your host, DJ Frostbite. Welcome, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're having a great Memorial Day. Hopefully, your weekend didn't end like mine did. That is a big story. So, for those who don't know, here's a little frozen treat right off the bat for you. Actually, before I get into it, like, share, subscribe, follow, add all that stuff. You already know what the deal is. I'm streaming through Restream. I'm on right now Facebook Live, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. So leave a comment, leave something. It'd be like just even if you say hey, whatever like that. If you want to get a part of the conversation or today's topic, like I said, just leave something. I'll read it out while I'm on here. Got chat set up right here. Excuse me. Also debating about making a Discord for this thing because that way I can get more people involved and get like-minded people like myself into this thing just to see how people feel about it. But yeah, this weekend was very, very crazy for me. Did DJ'd 3 times this week. Thursday had a wedding. Friday had to be at Bourbon Street, which I love Bourbon Street. It was kind of dead that day, but Saturday I was in Cheney at China Bar. Shout out to China Bar. It was dead that night too. Barely had any people. But this is when my weekend gets very crazy. Also, I want to bring this up. I'm using a new microphone. I'm not using my Snowball mic. I'm using this JLab one. So let me know how it sounds. I did a mic check earlier. I just want to know if it sounds decent or not, if it's picking up any excess sound. So if anything happens, like leave something in the chat, be like, hey, it's a little bit high or something like that. Just let me know. Like maybe it's a little bit too high, maybe it's a little bit too low. I'm kind of like, I'm not peaking on here, but it's getting like close. So hopefully it's picking up pretty decently. But yeah, get done with China Bar, get everything packed up. And recently my car has been like overheating. I found out I need a new water pump. And then also, I guess I didn't put, I guess it's leaking or whatever, and it wasn't enough water in there. During the summer, well, especially with this going on, I'm not going to keep fucking buying coolant. Like, it might be better for the car or whatever, but I put water in there. And so, went to stop at this quick shop. I guess it was in Goddard, because I guess Cheney and Goddard aren't too far from each other. I'm like not too far from Wichita, but I was like, well, I need to get gas. I need to make sure this car doesn't overheat on me. So, stopped, went and got gas, got some water for my car. Put $20 in, decent enough. So I do my usual thing. There's a stop sign there, so I'll stop at the stop sign and then just get back on the highway. So probably about like 5 minutes go by, somewhere around there. Cop comes behind me, pulls me over, and his shit is just like a blur. Or comes up to my thing, he was like, hey, the reason I stopped you is you didn't stop on the private road. So apparently, and I didn't know this, there's a private road where I was where you're supposed to stop at that too before I guess you can get onto the highway. There's no stop sign. I didn't know that. I just kept going. It ain't the first time I've ever done that. It was just, to me, it's like a regular 4-lane highway. So I asked for my ID, my insurance, all that stuff. Then goes from that to, hey, do you mind stepping out the car for a bit? All right, turn around, put the cuffs on me. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Then asked me all this information, asked how much money I have on me, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Checking my car because he has to tow it. So it goes into an impound lot. I'm in jail for like 4 hours. Like, it's already like 2 something in the morning when he pulls me over. And when I actually finally get to the jail, apparently it's like 4 o'clock. So 2:45, he fucking like 2:45, he pulls me over, does all this shit, having to wait extra time because an extra cop has to come. Then another cop fucking comes. Then gotta wait for the tow truck to impound my car and all this shit. Then he's telling me, oh, we gotta wait to see if you can bond yourself out or this and that, blah blah blah. Finally get to the police station in Wichita, and my bond is $200. So I was like, thank God. But still had to wait to get processed. So I'm just sitting in the cell with like 6 other guys, and I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting there waiting. I'm not going to bed. I'm not going to sleep. None of that shit. Like excuse me, I'm taking a sleep. But I was like, I'm gonna just sit here. And finally got processed. Man, being in like booking is fucking weird because you never know what might fucking happen. Like, so when I got processed, it was me and 2 other guys. Then after we got processed, they had these 2 girls, and it was this one lady who, if you didn't see her face, you would have thought she was fine as fuck. Then you turn around and was like, this bitch must be like a hooker or some shit. Because this bitch had the big ass hooker heels on and stuff. Fucking 40-inch Brazilian wavy hair. But then you saw that face, it was like, Gorilla. I was like, what the fuck? Then, the funniest part of this shit was while they're trying to get us all out and stuff, it's like a couple or some shit that they have in a room. And this dude, who I didn't see, but it was like, he's like 95 pounds, soaking wet, with glasses on, like white kid, just going off shouting, calling a cop a faggot and all this stuff. It just doing all this shit. So then they put like 3-4 cops in there to shut him up. Dude starts crying. He just starts fucking crying, like bitching out. Then they close the door. And he's trying to be all hard and shit again. I'm just like, yo. And everybody in there is like, wasn't he just crying? So, finally let me out. Which I'm like, finally. But now I'm like, all right, I got to go get my car. So, try to call people that I know. Nobody was answering. So then I was like, the night before, thanks to Haley and Ruckus, they got some money on my Cash App. Which I rarely use Cash App, so I was like, well, I guess I can get an Uber, which I hate having to get Uber. It's the reason why I have a car is so I can drive. But with this circumstance, I had to get an Uber. So I got an Uber from the jail. Actually, not even from the jail. So this is weird, and I kind of do find this fucked up. There's an African American museum not too far from the jail. So I stand there and get my Uber, whatever. It's this like older white lady bumping like hardcore rap music. I'm like, what the fuck? So takes me to the towing place, the impound lot. And the guy's like, okay, well, we need, your ID, registration, and insurance. I got one of 3. So I had to take another Uber back to my house. And the dude, he was cool for a bit, but then he started doing conspiracy shit. And I'm just like, yo. It was like, oh, a driver's license is a scam, and a marriage license is a scam, and this and that, blah blah blah. I have my. I'm just like, I'm listening to this dude. I'm like, yeah, like trying not to say shit to piss him off, cause like crazy white dude. And he was actually being nice because I told him what I need to get from my house, and he was basically gonna take me back to the tow place for just the price of my other one Uber drive. So, took me back home. I told him I wouldn't take too long. Trying to find my damn registration. Like, can't find it. Finally find something. And then the guy's gone. So then I called the impound lot. It was like, hey, I found something, but it's not what else, whatever. I think it's in the car. They actually found it in the car, and they actually took what I had to. The only thing was, I didn't have fucking insurance. So, I called somebody I knew. We drove around for a bit. Got car insurance again. So, yay. Got that going for me. After that, I had to pay. So, after spending $204 getting my car insurance, then had to spend another $255 to get my car at this impound lot. Finally got my car back. So yeah, crazy ass day. My Sunday was not supposed to be like this. My Sunday was supposed to be coming home from China Bar in Cheney, from DJing there. Getting eat, get some sleep, get up to do this commercial. Shout out to my homie Caretaker for letting me be in his dispensary commercial, along with the other people that were there. I got to get high for free, and I was definitely high yesterday. And then go DJ and hang out with some friends and watch wrestling. I got to do some of that, but then it was a certain point where I just went home. I watched wrestling, and then once that shit was over, I went to bed. I was so tired. I'm still tired even right now. This is the first time I think I actually went to bed before midnight. And that's saying something. If you know me, you know what I do. I don't go to bed at midnight. I barely go to bed at 7. I go to bed at 7 in the morning most times, just because I'm just not tired when I get done working. So this kind of fucked up my entire week, kind of, because now I'm back on my regularly scheduled programming. And back to regular scheduled programming, back with this podcast episode, because it is wedding season in my profession. And also for a lot of people out there, it started to get warmer outside. Despite we had 3 or 4 days of rain last week and just crazy weather. But it is back to being nice outside. It is time for everybody to get their nuptials and shit like that. And I gotta say, with experience, there are a lot of things that need to be changed with the modern wedding, or just weddings in general. So here are some do's, don'ts, and never fucking agains of things that need to be changed in weddings. So one thing I'll say is there should always be an open bar. Always. Even if it's even just a bar, there should be a bar there. If you can't afford the open bar, or if you should just save up for it, get the open bar. If you want people, especially if you're that person who you want attention, or you want a lot of people at your wedding, make sure you get an open bar. Also, with that, make sure you get enough staff for the open bar, because if you know your people gonna drink, make sure don't just get 2 fucking bartenders, get 4, something like that, double up on it. So that way, and also make sure they getting tipped too. Don't be stingy fucking guests and shit like that. Make sure they're fucking tipping. And this is, yes, before even anything about you getting married, shit like that, that is an essential thing. And like I said, if you want people to stay, get drinks. Make sure you have a bar. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care if you don't drink. If you want people to stay longer than fucking 2 hours, get your ass a fucking open bar. I've seen that shit firsthand. I saw it last week, where it was a non-alcoholic wedding, and motherfuckers were trying to leave before food even came. So that's saying something. People care more about drinking than they do wanting to eat. Another thing about weddings is going from, just saying, make sure you have good food. Cater. Don't have your uncle or your dad or your mom or whoever trying to cook and shit. Have a good caterer. There are a lot of them out here. You got tacos. You got fucking pasta. You got whatever. You got Italian. You got so many other things. Shit, I think probably taco, Mexican food might be the go-to, because you can get tacos, you can have nachos, you can have all this stuff. It just depends on what you want. Also, when it comes to the catering, Don't make it self-serve. Have it to where they have servers giving the people stuff. Because I can say this from experience too, going to wedding or DJing weddings, but still going to weddings, having to see people who are like either older or fucking picky, try to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I don't know about this and this and that, blah blah blah, or just want to be fucking chatty patties in the line. This will get the line going. Fuck the entire thing of, oh, they can help themselves. Like, no, have people like serving the people. Get servers. I'm sorry, that one. Or if you can, if you can afford it, and depending on the venue, do what was it called? Do seated dinners. That's where the plates already are done. They'll usually do like a salad beforehand, before the actual like main course. It is way easier. People don't have to get up unless they will have to go to the bathroom or to get a drink. It is just getting served straight to them. Now, I think the only thing with that is just if you have a certain meal or like dietary needs, they just need that beforehand, and they got to know who it is. That's it. But that is even simpler. It might cost a little bit more, but the shit might help you. Now, all right, fuck you, Cash App. I swear to God, is just annoying. Some other things with weddings, of what for some dues. This one's for the ladies. When you are going to pick out your dress, make it easily, make it more accessible so that way you can walk around or dance into it. Because I've seen a lot of fucking brides dresses to where they're just way too fucking extravagant. You're only going to wear this thing once. Fingers crossed. Once. You do not need this fucking prom dress or this quinceañera dress or this fucking ballroom dress. You don't need the shit. You are not a fucking Disney princess. You are a fucking grown ass woman, hopefully, who is getting married. All you need is a fucking dress that fits you. It has like just a little bit of a train. You don't need this fucking big ass dress where it's just fucking poofed out and you can't sit down. Trust me, you're gonna thank me for this when you spending this money. Just get a regular dress. You don't need this huge ass dress because guess what? You're gonna get hot. No matter if it's cold or it's hot outside, it is so much layering to that shit. You're gonna be like, damn, I wish I could take this thing off. Side note to that, if it is a point where it's like, I am tired of wearing this super white fucking dress after you've done all the pictures, all the dances, and everything like that, go change. Legit, go change out of the dress. We have all seen you in this dress. Go get in something comfortable. We don't care. I can say that with confidence. We don't care. We've seen you for the past 3-4 hours. Now you can go change and have fun. Trust me, there is no one who's gonna fucking complain. Be like, oh, we don't know. But why aren't you wearing your fucking white, super white ass fucking dress? If anybody does complain, that's where you go up to and be like, oh, because I actually want to enjoy the rest of my fucking night. I don't want to have fucking spills on my shit and anything like. Dinner and shit like that. You got to be careful, but I don't want to be fucking having any spills or I fall in this thing and it's done with dirt and stuff. So that's why I'm changing this damn dress. Also with the guys, if you're gonna have a suit, make it make it nice, but 2, don't have it fucking super tight. That is weird. I don't care what anyone says. It can be a fitting suit, but not a tight suit. Also, if you want to change to something that complements your wife, fiance, whatever. Because don't just come out in some jeans and a fucking t-shirt or some shorts and sandals and shit like that, and your girl looking better than you are. I'm sorry, gotta match. There's the one time I will say you gotta match that energy. Other things I hate about that needs to change or that will actually help you in your wedding, whether it's during the ceremony or the reception. Make sure you have whatever you need beforehand. And what I mean is have like a little emergency kit for when, something with your hair or need some gum, or if it's like about to get to the point of like dances, have like the bobby pins and stuff. Or going back to the dresses, if you have one of those big ass dresses that they need to, I forgot what the fuck they call it, but basically they just like pin it to like the rest of your dress. Have it to where just shit like rips off or something like that. Like, I don't know, I can't say like Velcro, but like have it to where I don't know. Either that or just have to pin it up. Make sure you have the pins to it, because I've seen a lot of times where it's like, oh, we're waiting on the bride. They're bustling. That's what it is. When you're bustling the dress, either have it to where that part can just come off and it's just a dress, or have the shit already done to where it's just got a clip, boom, there we go. I know they make dresses to where it's easier to do it. It's probably more expensive. I'm sorry to say, but if you can get it to where, if you can save the money to where you can get one of those dresses, and this is coming from me. I'm a guy. Also, I'm not married, but hey, I'm trying to give people tips because that takes a lot of time out of the wedding when people are just lazing around waiting for shit to happen, and that's when a lot of people like to get drunk. And you kind of want to avoid that. You want people to drink, but you don't want to get them fucked up. Pro tip. Another do for a wedding, and this is where I come in, get a good DJ. Matter of fact, no, get a great DJ. Get you a DJ who, like me, who asks you specific questions of the day. Also, with that, I'll actually put like a side note to that one. Get a DJ who is willing to meet you in the middle with a lot of things, or what I should say is, and also with that too. I'm not gonna say also with that, but make sure, and I want to stress this too, because this is a part of it. Make sure that people are going to fucking dance if you're gonna have a DJ. I cannot tell you how many times I'm excited to do this wedding, and I'll drop music. I'll do my whole, all right, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, the dance floor is now open. Play a song, and no one gets up. Or like 5 people get up. I'm just like, what the hell? And then you find out later on by the bride and groom, oh yeah, a lot of people in our family don't dance. I will say this right now with confidence. If you know firsthand that your family don't dance, you probably don't need a DJ there. Just get a fucking Spotify playlist and just have that going. Because no one, like, we are here spending this time doing all this, like trying to get people to come on the dance floor, and nobody there is dancing. You spent over, like, I think with the company I work for, we were like 9,000, not 9,000, $900 to $1,000, somewhere around there. I think it's a little bit more now since we got a new owner. So upwards to like 15, maybe even like, depending on some people, I heard it's like $15 to $2,000 for a DJ. That's depending. So you're spending all this money on someone just to talk on a microphone for when you have to do certain stuff, getting people food, and then for music to be played that no one's even really dancing to. You stupid. You paid for a walking Spotify playlist, which some of us are, depending on what you want to do. But you don't need the presence of a DJ. You just need you need a couple speakers that are Bluetooth powered or whatever, and a phone or a tablet, something like that, maybe even a computer if you want to, and just Spotify. That's all you need. If you know your people, like you just need background music at that point. It is like, okay, well, most people are just gonna talk, or they're gonna sit there and watch like the kids fucking dance, whatever. There you go. I just saved you some money that can go to something else, like a better dress or something like that, or probably more food. Now, things that you don't need at a wedding, and I'm starting to see this more, and I love it. Stop doing the bouquet and garter toss. Also, stop playing fucking Single Ladies by Beyonce for the bouquet toss. It is played out, it is stupid, and it is fucking annoying. Also, the fact that you gotta keep reminding these females that they're single, even if they have a boyfriend or whatever, still single because it's your wedding day. You have the ring. Who the fuck? Oh, that's him. But you have a ring on your finger. You're done. You completed the mission. These hoes over here still trying to get the ring on their finger. They still trying to complete the mission. Stop doing the bouquet toss. Also, with that, stop doing the fucking garter toss because that shit is very, very, very overly sexual. I don't know how they managed to make it too fucking sexual, but they did. And I can tell you how I know this. It's because there's a graceful way of doing shit. It is you take these two, and you do this, and then you pull it down, and then boom. But you know what every guy does, and what I always see at weddings? It is a dude chugging a beer or getting iced or some shit like that, and then backing up like he's going into fucking like field goal stance, and then penguin sliding on his belly underneath the girl's dress, and wolf like just biting down on this fucking whatever the fuck, like this fucking rubber polyester spandex thing, and pulling it down, and then not knowing what the fuck to do afterwards. When all you got to do is just slingshot it to whoever you're going to give it to, or just not even slingshot, but just like throw it, whatever. I've done a wedding before where with the garter they auctioned this shit off, like brought out an actual auctioneer and sold this shit for like $1,400-$1,500. That is fucking crazy. I get it if that's a tradition thing. You can do that without having to do the fucking the crazy pageantry. Just take the damn thing off, or just have it. Like do whatever stupid tradition you're gonna do, and be done with it. You know, make it an award. Be like, hey, we want to give this to you. But like, do even something different. Don't have this stupid fucking like headband thing. Just do something different with a fucking bouquet and garter. Just give somebody some flowers. Like, give it to a couple who is like, we want you to be the next one, or something like that. Do something different. That's all I'm saying with it. But honestly, bouquet and garter needs to go because it is completely fucking stupid. I'd say obviously another don't. I had all of this planned out a little bit. This is why I need to start writing stuff down. Another don't. No kids. No kids at weddings. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a party. When you have to stop doing stuff because like little kids and stuff like that are there, don't bring them. I know whenever I get married, when like I said, when the stars align and the right girl comes out and wants to get with me and stuff like that, and we get married, there will be no kids. And I know it's going to be a struggle for most of my family to not come. And to that, I say, I don't care. I don't want kids at my wedding. You shouldn't want kids at your wedding because they're just in the fucking way. Your wedding day should be a party. And you can't party when our kids are there because you got to worry about too much shit. So, no kids at a wedding. Simple as that. If people got a problem with it, they don't need to be there. Another don't is don't pick a venue just because you can. There are not a lot of venues where you need to be there. Like just because it's popular don't mean shit. You can find, cheaper or whatever venues that are gonna be way better. I can say that with confidence. Just because a place is like highly regarded or whatever doesn't mean it's gonna be the best place in the world. I've done smaller weddings. I've done weddings, whether small, big, or whatever, that were in somewhat cheaper venues, but it worked out way better. I'd say another don't to go with that. Don't have your fucking weddings in a goddamn barn. And I'll add something with that. Don't have it in a barn unless it has AC and heating. And I say this to say this. I've gone to a lot. I've DJ'd a lot of weddings where they were in barns, and for some reason, it's always in like these scenic ass places where there is no AC. And to that, I say, fuck you. I don't want any fans, whether small or industrial. I don't want fucking window unit, none of that shit. Like, it needs to be closed off AC, especially when this shit is in the summer. I am in fucking the middle of Kansas. Right now, it is probably like fucking 90 degrees outside. It is June. I cannot wait when fucking July, August, and September comes when it's like 130 fucking degrees and then you sweating off makeup and also your deodorant. And also, like a lot of you motherfuckers, have bad breath. So not only are you in a small, compact place, but now I gotta smell sweat, funk, and a bunch of other shit. When in reality, and then also, most likely with a lot of, which I'm gonna get into this, most likely gonna be smelling feet in the mix too. So when you're looking for a venue, get somewhere that has AC. Now, another don't, and I'm glad I brought this up, and this is for the ladies as well. Bring extra fucking shoes. It is a pet peeve to me when I see women walking around with no fucking shoes, just straight flat foot on concrete. It is your fucking fault that you wore high heels and that you didn't bring extra fucking shoes. You know that you only got a certain amount of time that you're gonna be wearing these fucking high heels. Bring some flats, bring some whatever, like bring gym shoes, bring whatever, bring some fucking sandals. Do whatever you need to do, but I'm so tired of seeing you crazy bitches barefoot because you'll slip in some shit. And I've seen this shit happen before. I'm not kidding. I've seen. I was at Hyatt Regency, and I saw this shit happen doing a wedding. Girl walking around fucking barefoot. Somebody dropped some cake. This bitch slid in cake and on her ass. Then it was another time. I was at the same place, and somebody, I guess who couldn't handle their liquor, whatever, drops their drink, and which was in a glass bottle, and then had to tell people, hey, shoes on because you don't want cut feet. So when you go into a wedding, make sure you bring extra fucking shoes if you're wearing heels. No excuses, no ifs, ands, or buts. Put some fucking feet on. Put some fucking feet on. Put some fucking shoes on because nobody wants to see your fucking feet. I don't care how manicured they are. I don't care how well kempt they are. No one wants to see your feet. Oh, God. That one got me. Let me see. I'm trying to think. What's another don't? Why isn't this working? Am I stuff? Yeah, it's still going. Anything in the chat? Somebody send me some chats, y'all. Come on, send me some chats. first. There we go. All right, I'm back. Again, I have no idea what happened with my stuff. It was just working fine. Now it's just being weird. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, send me a chat. Let me hear your opinions about any of the stuff I've said. I'm trying to think. What are some never agains? Because there's a lot of stuff that should never ever happen. Oh, never again. If, and I know this is a rarity thing, and I know this happened to me once, but if you are a diabetic, do not fucking drink nothing but sugary drinks all fucking night. My first wedding I ever did in my DJing career, the bride was type 2 diabetic. You know what she drunk all night? She had Malibu and pineapples and Vegas bombs all night. Nothing but sugar. Then she lost her fucking her monitor thing and had to get rushed to the hospital. There's something else you don't want happening to you. So, if you have any dietary or anything like that needs, don't be having hella fucking sugary ass alcoholic drinks. Know your damn limit before your ass gotta get rushed to the hospital and get your stomach pumped. Cause that ain't fun for anybody. Another never agains, and I'm going to repeat this one because I know I said it earlier, but don't just have a DJ just to have one if you know your family or your guest aren't going to dance. If you know they're not dancers or they don't really get on the fucking dance floor, why have us there? You are wasting my time, you're wasting your money, and also my patience. When I'm trying to get people out on the dance floor and everybody just like, oh no, we're too scared, we're too shy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm racking my brain trying to find something for people to dance to. It is annoying. Or at least let us know beforehand so we don't have to try so damn hard. Also, a never again, don't get pissed at the fucking DJ if they don't have a certain song and then try to give them a bad review. Has happened to me. Happened to me twice. For some reason, on the same day, which was on Halloween. Two different incidences on the same day. Not the same day, but like same day meaning Halloween, but on a different year. Where I'm trying to do the best, doing what I usually do. I didn't have one song, and then I get a bad review, but they gave me a great tip, which is annoying. Something else which should be a never again is I'll say this for certain people. Well, white people. When you see someone like me, don't ever go up to them, don't ever go up to us, especially where we're in a place where it is mostly white. Don't come up to us saying, oh, you're not from around here, are you? Oh, I can tell we don't get a lot of you here. What the fuck does that mean? Also, thank you for making this seem like some fucking Children of the Corn shit. I wanted to go home or at this point in time to my hotel room because I was in a different state at a safe time. Now I feel like I'm going to die, or like this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Nebraska edition. Do not, I repeat, do not go up to a person of color and when it is predominantly white place and go, oh, you're not from here at your fucking wedding. I will just shut everything the fuck down and be like, fuck all of you and leave. I don't care how much you paid for your fucking wedding. I don't care how much you paid me. I will leave. I am not, like, the only reason I stayed at that shit is because I was with my company. If I was doing that shit solo on my own and I had a guest come up and told me this shit, I would have went up to the bride and groom and said, hey, I just heard this shit. I'm getting the fuck, like either he needs to leave or I'm getting the fuck out of here because that's some scary shit to tell somebody. Like, I don't care if there's barely any black people here. don't say that shit to me because I want to feel safe. I'm a big ass dude. I could fuck some people up, but when I'm in a room full of nothing but white people, and I think the only other black person in here was a mixed girl that was like 19, I'm out of fucking luck. So, never again, and never ever should you do that. Another never ever, or never again, is make sure if you're going to be cutting cake, make sure you have enough for yourself. Like, don't just have one cake and then next you know you're just like, oh, well, I wanted cake, I didn't get any. Like, that is your fucking fault. You picked out the damn cake. You show someone, whether it be your family or coordinator or something, you should be letting them know, hey, save us some cake. Or you should have got some in the first place, considering you were like the first people to taste the fucking cake anyway. Another never again. This is for all my Catholics out there. Never again should you ever bring fucking alcohol to a wedding. You bring way too much, at least in my experience of what I've seen. I've seen a wedding, a Catholic wedding, to where people brought so much alcohol they could fill up 3 bars. I am not joking when I say this. I saw so many Coleman coolers of different varieties and 30 packs of different beers. I was like, wow, they must be fucking somebody must own a liquor store, because they had enough to fill up a liquor store. So, stop doing that shit. Also, never again go into family tradition shit. Never again should you do this at a wedding. I don't care if it is a family tradition. I don't care if you do this at other weddings. Stop doing it. Do something else new. Be the breakout of your family and end this fucking tradition. Especially if it's a tradition in your family and motherfuckers in your family always get divorced. Quit it. That might be the that might be the thing that breaks the curse, is you not doing it. I don't care if you want to bring out chairs, stand on them, and do the fucking Pee Wee Herman dance to Tequila by the Champs. I don't fucking care. End it. Stop it. Dead. Another never again. Never, ever, 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 ever have one of your best men, maid or matrons of honors, or hell, even your family members come up to the DJ trying to talk shit. Because guess what? I can do the same back. Now, we are being nice, we are being cordial, but when it's like cocktail hour and we're playing background music and your fucking matron of honor wants to pop off and say, oh, hey, the bride likes real music, I'm just like, hey, guess what? I like real titties, but guess what? Okay, that's fucked up. But it's like, it's so stupid. It's not fucking party time. Learn to shut the fuck up and just do shit. Like, not even do shit, but just like leave us alone. We're doing the job we're getting paid for. A lot of this, yes, is about fucking DJs, whatever, but it will help out a lot, because guess what? We won't get pissed off and want to fucking leave and ruin your day. When we have to do 80% of the shit at your wedding, hey. I'll be honest, like just weddings are just weird because there's just so much stuff going on, and it doesn't need to be this. Just keep it simple. Like you don't need a lot of this stuff. Get a simple dress. Just get a basic dress so that you're gonna be comfortable in. I've seen so many like brides wearing these fucking extravagant ass dresses that they just went broke for. I'm like, probably could have been a down payment on a fucking car. I was like, why do we have to do all of this? Also, I guess this is a never again. Make sure you know who has the rings. There should never be a question of who has the rings. Like excuse me. I've been to weddings where they legit had no idea who had the rings. And we're just going back, like just getting married without the rings and then found them afterwards. It was like, does that count? Does it still count? Like, whatever. Also, and I don't know if this one counts as a don't or never again, but I'm going to combine the two. Don't have a very over religious or over talkative officiant, whether it is a priest or anything like that. There should be no reason why he has to talk for like a half hour before he even gets to the do you take this person shit like that. I feel personally, I feel that a ceremony should be like 15 minutes. And that is including including this entire thing of, depending on what you want to do, escorting mothers, pre-processional, processional, you getting married, and then the I now announce, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. blah blah blah, and then the next song plays, or the recessional song plays. 15 minutes. There should be no reason why this dude is over here trying to crack jokes or trying to spew out a million different fucking Bible verses and scriptures. I don't care. I want to get married and get the fuck up out of here. You should feel the same way. Like I said, when I get married, whenever the stars align, that shit happens. I'm gonna probably find a friend and be like, "Hey, look, I want you to go online and get fucking ordained, because I can't deal with some fucking over talkative officiant or fucking priest trying to put God and all these scriptures in my fucking marriage. I don't need it. If you want to be that person and have to stand there the entire time, excuse me, awkwardly fucking smiling at your fucking fiance, that can be you. Me, I'm gonna be like, hey, time's ticking, bro. Stop chewing the clock. Play clock is going. I want this shit to be like fucking high stakes football. I want it like a high stakes sport where I want, like, you getting timed. Try to think. Oh, also, a never again. No more Cotton Eye Joe. That song is stupid. It's a song about fucking. It's a song about gonorrhea, and you motherfuckers have a dance to it. That is sad and just what the fuck. Also, never again, or a don't or never again. Learn what the fuck the Charlie Brown is when it comes to the cha-cha slide. I do not understand how so many people, and yes, there's a lot of white people. Well, there's a lot of people in general. I don't even want to say that. I don't even gonna put a race on it, but a lot of fucking different people who don't know how to do the fucking Charlie Brown. It is literally just like it's not hard to do. Look at look at the nearest black person or person with fucking like rhythm. So yeah, black person. And actually learn how to do the actual fucking dance. Also with that too, don't ask for a certain song that has a line dance to it and you don't know how. That is always funny to me, how people will always ask for like, it's always the basic songs too. I notice that, like Cupid Shuffle and like Wobble and stuff like that. Simple shit that tells you what to do in the song, but yet they are always off track. But somehow y'all know how to do the fucking Footloose shit, which has like 40 different fucking steps to it. It's like, I don't understand it. So let's never do that again. Oh man, I really try to rack my brain of like other stuff. But it's just fairly simple. Just don't have the ceremony too long because no one wants to sit through that shit. For the cocktail hour, have it, don't, whatever. Uh, I guess for another don't pick a shitty fucking photographer. I don't pick people who are just like you got to work around their time. Like, no, it's the opposite. They need to work around your time. Like, you're the one paying them. They shouldn't be bitchy. They shouldn't like. I did this one wedding to where they paid so much money for this photographer, and it was only for like a couple hours, and they dipped out. It was like, and when I say a few hours, I'm literally talking about like 2 or 3. Usually, you have a fucking photographer for like 10 hours. Like, you taking pictures when they're in the dress, outside by certain stuff, by the venue, with the bridesmaids, with the groomsmen probably, with their parents, by a tree, by a bush, by a fountain, with their fiance, without their fiance, like all like it's a lot of fucking pictures. I work with a lot of photographers. They take between 600 to 1,000 pictures. That's a lot. That's more than the average Instagram model right now. But when you have all this stuff, and then you got to think about the money that you're paying for a 3-hour photographer, they're missing a lot. They're legit missing a lot. Like they're not getting any pictures of you before the actual wedding. Then when there is the wedding, they're getting pictures of what? Getting pictures of you actually getting married. Then for an hour, they're taking pictures outside with you. Then I think the last thing they're probably gonna get is shit, maybe like you dancing and stuff like that. Like it's so much stuff, so much other stuff that they're gonna miss. Because most weddings, they have it to where after the cocktail hour was over, it's grand entrance, then going to dinner, then depending on how big your guest list is, dinner might take 45 minutes to an hour. Again, depending on how you catered or how you did whatever, and how prepared they are, it's just nuts. Something like that, they're gonna be missing out on a lot of stuff. Shit, they might miss out on you dancing. It just make sure you have a great quality photographer and videographer. I don't care. Again, and I said I know a lot of photographers get highly rated and this and that, blah blah blah. Find somebody that fits you. Fuck the whole like, oh, they're highly rated and stuff like that. Like, yeah, when you're spending triple the amount for less results, that's on you. But they're highly rated. Another don't, I guess I should say, involves the grand exit. And now there is nothing wrong with the grand exit. I honestly do say that. I feel like, honestly, there should be a grand entrance and a grand exit with every wedding because it's the send off. It's everybody seeing you at the end of the night, going, whether going to the honeymoon or just your hotel room, or even if you're just going home. That should be the last thing anyone sees. So everyone should be outside. You get that chance to be with each other for that one moment out of the entire day, aside from the first dance. You get that a little bit of like alone time to just go, whether it's your last dance and no one gets to see it, or you're just chilling. You finally get to talk to each other for that entire day because you barely get to, like, you're really only with each other for probably like a couple times at your wedding. And that depends on if you do the whole, oh, we're not seeing each other before the wedding thing, or you do. That's when you walk in for your ceremony, when you walk out for your ceremony, when you're doing the grand entrance, and then when you eat next to each other, and then your first dance. So it's five times out of like uh shit 5 6 hour wedding, depending on when you get to when you actually with each other, and you barely even get to say anything most of the time. So you're just there by each other most of the time, but you're not spending time. You're not being like, hey, how are you? How do you feel? Stuff like that. But again, going with the grand exit thing, stop with the sparklers. Like I feel like the sparklers kind of played out. Like do something different. I get glow sticks are a little bit tricky, but sometimes you can get like bad sparklers and they die out fast, especially when you have, like I say, if you have a really big guest list and a lot of people still are around, don't do sparklers. Find find something else. Or if you do get sparklers, get. And I know it's gonna be stupid, and I don't know if they make different colors of them, but get like those LED sparklers. Don't I feel like those would be better, like the ones that they have on like bottle surfers and shit now. Like get those and give them to people. Because I'm pretty sure you can find like inexpensive ones. I don't know how much these fucking like little sparklers are. Where you gotta fucking like it's too tedious because you gotta light every single one, and then that takes too much fucking time. Like no, get some LED ones that people can keep them. Like hey, here you go, and then boom, and then just wave them around, do whatever, and then take pictures. It might not be as fucking extravagant or as elegant as they are in pictures if you have like the LED ones and they're just flashing. But hey, it's something. Nobody's getting fucking burned or having to have to hold this damn thing or whatever. It's just okay, on, off, let's go. Another don't, and I know this is more of a preference thing than it is just a person or it's personal preference over anything. Learn what music to play at a wedding, and what I mean by that is if you know, like what you listen to and what your guests listen to are completely different. But also, there's a certain time for everything. If it's 5 in the afternoon or 5 in the evening or whatever, and people are just having dinner, don't come up and ask to play fucking WAP or twerk, some stupid twerk song and shit like that. Or like if I've barely opened up the dance floor and there's still grandparents and stuff around, don't ask for like hardcore rock or something that you want to shake your ass to. Wait. Wait for the older people to go so that way I can do that. Don't be trying to ask for shit way early in the fucking evening when it's still kids and fucking grandparents and stuff around. Because you not finna make me look bad. And then when I get asked for the fucking bride and groom, why is this song being played? I'm pointing right at your ass. Be like, hey, they asked for this. They asked for it. I told them no, and they bitched about it. So then when I played it, I told them I was going to blame them for it. And I will do that. Another don't. Guys, don't get hella fucking drunk. And I say the same thing with the ladies too. Don't get crazy drunk. I get it. It's your wedding. You're the bride and the groom. The shit revolves around you. Whether you like it to or not. Don't get hella drunk. Have a good time, enjoy the night, but at the end of the day, no one wants to take care of the other person. No one wants to do that. Because guess what? A lot of people want to have some sexy time after the wedding is over because it's supposed to be a big romantic thing, whatever. Like you want to go back to your hotel, or go back to your house, depending on how tired or how much fun you had, you want to get a little pussy or want to get some dick or shit like that. At least that's what it's usually supposed to do. Whatever. Most people they probably is like, look, I'm too fucking tired. It was our wedding day. Let's just crash and maybe pick this shit up in the morning. Which hey, morning sex ain't bad either. But if you're, especially for the guys and for all the grooms out there, if your mission is like, all right, after this is over and it's just me and her, I want to get some pussy on our wedding night. You might want to make sure she don't get fucking crazy drunk. Like yes, let her have fun, let her hang out with her girls and stuff like that, but monitor that drinking. I know that might be easier said than done, but hey, it'll help you out in the long run. Or if she do get super drunk, make sure she got water. Because not only are you helping her out, you're getting those extra brownie points from the dad. Because he might say, like, he likes you enough to marry his daughter, but even he knows what's up. But if he sees that you even caring about her even on the fucking wedding day, you are getting hella brownie points, boy. I was like, all right, he might not be this fucking idiot boy that I thought he was, not trying to fucking get my daughter fucking drunk and then fucking her while she's drunk. Like, yes, you know how to make sure she's cognizant. Now, that's me saying it. I don't know. But hey. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Because I feel like at this point I'm just prolonging this. Man, I still no chats. Come on, guys. I got, let me know something. Oh, I know something else. For speeches, no one wants to hear your fucking life story about how you met this person. No one cares. Like, especially like from bridesmaids, groomsmen, maid of honors, matrons of honors, best man, all this shit. No one wants to hear y'all fucking Star Wars trilogy, beginning of the movie, fucking like no one wants to hear that. They'll be like, hey, I'm the best man. I love these people. Like, I love them because of this. You're happier together. This and that, blah, blah, blah. This shit should take like 2 minutes. You should not have a 10-page paragraph. The 10-page essay of how you and the person met, all the fucking shenanigans that you did together, what you did behind y'all parents' backs and shit like that, and then how they finally met this person. Like, no. It'd be like, when blah, blah, blah told me about this person, I didn't know how to feel about them until I met them. They were wonderful. They were blah, blah, blah. And I'm so happy that you made my friend happy. Cheers to you. That should be it. Like, it should be that fucking simple. That is a bullet points. It was like, hi, my name is, I've known this person for this long. I know this about them. I know this about who they're marrying. And they make them happy. There you go. No one cares about a fucking trip y'all went on and all this and that and blah, 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 and how they had to fit into your friend group and your families. No one gives a shit. Most of the time, people are still eating and chatting at the fucking table. No one is paying attention to your stupid ass jokes or fucking memories and stuff like that. Unless your shit is super. Actually, I've even done a wedding where it was like some super sad shit. I was like, thanks for bringing down the room. So keep it short, sweet, to the point, and on topic. Also, if you're going to have your parents saying something, same thing with y'all. Short and sweet. No one cares. It's your little angel getting married and blah, 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 blah. No one cares, dude. Even if you paid for the fucking wedding. No one cares. No one wants to hear you talk. Same with the moms. Like, moms, I get it. It's a special day for your son or your daughter, anything like that. Keep it short. Just keep it short. You can talk about all the losers that they dated later. But for that moment, keep it short. That is one of those things where I'm just like, I wish there was like that, the music that they always talk, like the wrap it up box from Dave Chappelle show where you just press a button and it's just a fucking orchestra just plays. I wish that was a thing in real life. I could just hit the button and be like, da, 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 like something. Like just some type of song where it just like overcapulates. Whatever I'm trying to say right now. Just whatever they're trying to say, it just gets in their mind. Like, okay, I got to get off the fucking thing. Like, yes, like get off the microphone. No one cares. Like we have other things to do aside from hearing you talk. I'm trying to think what else. This is why I need to be more prepared with this. Also, I probably would have done better if I didn't have to go to jail yesterday. But honestly, be happy you're getting this one because I could have did something for Memorial Day, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna touch it today. Happy Memorial Day to everyone too. What is it? What is something else? It's got to be something else. I know it's gonna be something else. I know I talked about venues already. Oh, I guess this is one. And I know a lot of people that have like big families or whatever have a moderate amount of guests. Like I feel, in my experience, a wedding with like 100 people is better than a wedding with like 500 because you're gonna see a difference between that 500 than you are with that 100. Like 10 people leave, you still got 90 people there. You know, fucking 300 people leaves, leave this place. You can tell a difference. Like no one needs that big of a fucking wedding. You can't be that damn popular. And if you are, you fucking suck anyway. Like it is unnecessary. It's egregious, it's unnecessary, it's just overdoing shit. Just get a small wedding. I don't you're spending more money on the people coming there than you actually are the wedding. Because you gotta think about it. You gotta think about all the food you gotta pay for all these fucking people. Then your wedding is gonna be basically like double the time because of that. So fuck that. Keep it small. Keep. No, I don't even want to say small because like even 100 people isn't that small. It's still actually pretty decent. And you don't have to spend that much money. This is honestly me just giving people away, not to spend that much damn money and just to have a decent time. Than it is even about weddings. To be completely honest, if I want to be honest about weddings, it just don't have a fucking wedding. Just go get married at City Hall and just go have a party somewhere at a bar. Simple. But for people that actually want to have a celebration, I'm trying to give y'all a little help. To be honest, me, I really don't want I want to get married, but my shit would be very small. It'd be like fucking 50 people. And you think, man, that's not a lot of people. Trust me, 50 people in a small place, or like a relatively decent sized place with good music, drinks, and good food, all I need. That is all I need. I don't want it. Like, I don't need anything extravagant when it comes to a wedding. It could be me, the girl I'm with, my my four groomsmen, and probably my one groomswoman, because Cassandra most likely, like, if Cassandra's not going to be like my future wife, like we said in that pact, she's going to be one of my groom's people. She's going to be my groomswoman. And I'm going to make sure, even though she said she'd fucking rock a tux and stuff like that, I'm like, no, you're not going to fucking rock a tux. You can wear a dress or whatever. Oh, speaking of dress, like of attire, do not, and I repeat this, do not have your guest walking around in fucking shorts and a tank top or jeans. Like, you need to tell these people what fucking dress code. And if they don't show up right, they need to go the fuck home. I am so tired of going to fucking weddings and it's people just dressed any kind of way. It is a fucking wedding. Do better. Put on a polo shirt. Put on some dress pants or whatever. Hell, do the bare minimum. Just no jeans. If you're going to wear gym shoes, make sure they're nice. Not no fucking shit that you just put on and they're dirty as fuck. Put on some decent shit. No hats. No fucking like skull caps and beanies and all that shit. Get dressed. Also, and I know this one's gonna be fucked up. I know it is, and I'm sorry. But if you're a person who either recently came out the closet or recently transitioned or something like that, you too dress appropriately. Don't be coming out in these crazy ass fucking wardrobes. Like, I get it. You want to let your freak flag fly and let your voice be heard and all that. Not right now. Do that at a different time. Dress like you're supposed to fucking dress. And what I mean by that is not dress like what you appear to be and shit like that, but dress to the occasion. And I say this shit too. I say this for a lot of the girls and stuff like this too. Don't wear what you're gonna wear to the fucking club, to a wedding, because that just looks bad and you look ratchet. Don't be coming to a wedding in a dress that every two steps you take you gotta keep pulling down. That is trashy. This day is not about you. It is about whoever invited you to the fucking wedding, whether it is the bride or the groom. Really, to be honest with you, the wedding is about the bride. The groom is just there. But the entire wedding is about the bride because she's going to be in more pictures than the groom is. The entire thing, whether the groom did the entire fucking wedding or whatever, it is about the bride. The groom is just there to tag along. That is what they don't tell you about weddings. And if you feel me, put something in chat or in the comments later. But yes, guys and girls, dress to the fucking occasion. Don't dress like you're going to the club. Don't dress hella slutty or ratchet. And actually take the time to do what the hell you need to do. Like, get your hair done, get a haircut, make sure you wash your ass. Because, yes, there have been a lot of weddings I'm going to where people smell like straight up ass. And that should not be the case. Then, I think the last thing I'm going to say about this is if you know people are going to get hella fucked up, get a bus. Get a shuttle bus. Get something like that will take people to where they need to go. Because it's going to be way easier to do than having to have a bunch of drunk ass people to drive home. Get them a tell people, hey, we're going to be here, but get a hotel, this and that, like get there for the night, this and that, blah, 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 and boom. Get a shuttle bus. Because it makes no sense or no reason to where, or even if you get a party bus, because there's a lot of people who get party buses and they'll take them to and from wherever they need to go, and that's cool too. So, either shuttle bus or your party bus. So that way people can get safely where they need to go to and they don't got to drive. I think that's going to do it for me right now because, like I said, I should have been more prepared for this. I've been wanting to do one about weddings anyway because weddings, they're a big part of what I do. I'm a wedding DJ when I'm not doing clubs. I see a lot of stuff and it's certain things that tick me off about weddings where it could be a lot better. Not even just music-based stuff or anything like that, but just legit seeing people how they dress, listening to the dumb shit that people got to say, or just the dumb songs that they want to listen to. That is something else too, and I want to put that in. If you do have a DJ, make it to where it's you and your partner have input, nobody else. No request. And if they do request, let them tip. You gotta make sure they fucking tip. Because there are a lot of times where I've had dumbass people wanting stupid ass songs and then they don't tip you for it. or they just don't dance to it, and that's annoying too. Which that is a big thing for me, is trying to get people out on the dance floor. It's a wedding. Have fun. Go do shit that you're supposed to be doing. Like, don't just sit there like again, like you're at the club and just like, oh no, I'm too. I'm like, no, go out there and do something. Stop sitting there at the fucking table looking stupid on your phone. This ain't the time or the place for that. That should be something that's put in the fucking don't. Don't bring boring people. Don't bring somebody who you know is gonna just be fucking reading at the damn table. Get your fun friends and families there. Like get the people who gonna do a fucking handstand or the fucking worm out in the fucking dance floor and shit like that. Like, that's who you want. Keep boring people out of weddings. And with that, now that is where I'm going to end this, because that is actually a good tip. But hope you all enjoyed this episode of the Negative Degree Podcast. If you need to find me, you already know where it is. Got YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram on the screen right now. Like, share, add, follow, subscribe, all that shit. Might do one Wednesday because Friday I will not be in town. May do one Friday depending on if the people that I'm with want to be on my podcast, and also depending on what time I get to this place, and depending on if I get a hotel or something, because I'll be going on tour with Young Crooked and a bunch of other people for the Don't Think Drink tour, or something like that. It's going to be fun. Friday, I'll be in Des Moines, Iowa. Saturday, I'll be in Topeka, Kansas. And then Sunday, I will be back in Wichita, where we will be performing at Kirby's. So if you are in Wichita or around the Wichita area, come to Kirby's Sunday. If you're in Des Moines, Iowa, or anywhere in that area, come to Des Moines, Iowa, because it is going to be fun. I'm going to be DJing. Young Crook is going to be doing this thing. We'll have a bunch of other people doing that thing. I got my friend Moss, who is another DJ, Most Amazing Sound. He's going to be doing some stuff. Shit, he might be beatboxing. He might be rapping. I don't know. The dude goes in. That dude is crazy talented, and he's like only 21. This dude is like my baby brother. Even though people think that me and him look the same, which is weird because we don't. We're just two big black dudes, even though he's part Mexican and some other stuff too. But again, hope y'all like the episode. Hope you like the podcast. Let me know in the description, not in the description, in the comments or anything like that. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't like it, so that way I can block you and shit like that. I'm kidding. Like, I really don't care. Like, if you like it, cool. If you don't, you're gonna hate watch it. Hate watch it because you've proven to me about the negative side of things. But that'll be it. See you. I might do one Wednesday. I'll try to do one Wednesday. Just talk about some shit. Might try to do a Q&A or something like that. If not, we just talk about random shit. I'll probably think of a topic till then. But until then, everybody be safe. Have a good Memorial Day. And as always, stay negative, my friends.